What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do a Heart's Desire reading for the sign of Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, you guys are first in the zodiac lineup for group 3. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal, so take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with your reading. We're going to start with one from the top, which is for your present energy, one from the bottom, which is for your past energy, and then one directly energetically from the middle, which I'm going to go here with it, is for future energy. And then we'll look at the bottom of the deck to see what the overall energy or overall outcome is of this energy of these three. Okay, I will say before getting into your reading, doing some shuffling of all the decks, Surrender to Joy came, well, didn't come out, but it got my attention. And also the Chariot. I did see the Chariot. And Ten of Swords kind of caught my attention too. But I feel like right when you think you're done, there's like some joy. Okay, there's something you are about to overcome. Okay, and it's time for you to move forward. Okay, Sagittarius, due to that Chariot kind of coming out while I was shuffling for you guys. Okay, so with that being said, that resonates with you, take it, and let's move forward with your reading. Okay, so Sagittarius, in your present energy, we have the Seven of Wands. Okay, in past energy, we have the Four of Cups. Okay, and then in future energy, we have the Temperance showing up. Okay, Temperance in the future energy. So let's start here with your present. Like I said, starting off with this Seven of Wands. Okay, Seven of Wands. You may be in a defensive mode kind of right now, Sagittarius. I feel like in a mode of kind of preparing for something. Maybe you know something is already on the horizon, if you will, as there is kind of a horizon or a sun setting kind of behind this person. Seven wands, 6 wands drawn towards this person, and one in hand in a defensive pose. Okay, so like I said, I feel like you are preparing yourself for something you know is coming, and where you will have to kind of defend yourself or your stance on something. Okay, so let's move forward with past energy. Past energy is Four of Cups. Now, with this Four of Cups, there's 2 palm trees, a red cup over the head of someone in a meditative pose, kind of in namaste, 3 cups in front. Okay. In the past, maybe you were just focused on one particular thing, possibly. I'm also getting this vibe of maybe holding back or refraining from really opening up on your emotions, possibly. Usually with Four Cups, regular Rider's Waite, you see kind of like a cloud holding a cup, offering it to someone. Cups is water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and it really talks about feelings or emotions, if you will. Okay, and so let's say in the past someone may have been like asking your opinion on how you feel about something, and you kind of held, your opinion to yourself or your feelings to yourself in the past. Okay, so maybe there's something that you've said in present time or in the past that you now have to defend yourself about. Okay, so you already know about it. Okay, you kind of either remember this particular thing happening and are prepared to defend yourself about your stance on something in the past. Okay. Maybe as of now in your present, you're tired of holding your tongue and you're now speaking on how you feel, which you have every right to. Just make sure you're able to, kind of defend yourself in a way of how you got to your thought process. Okay. So, let's get into this future energy, which is temperance. Okay. Temperance here is usually talking about patience. All right. We have kind of like a teeter totter with balls kind of bouncing, one ball on one side, and then you have four that are kind of in the midst of bouncing. Okay. Four on one side, one on the other. Okay, that's a total of five. So there's some kind of change, and maybe your patience may be waning kind of thin in regards to waiting for this change. And so you do know that it's coming. It's just about being patient. Okay, protecting your energy in the midst of while these things are coming to fruition. Okay, and kind of using your intuition. I'm seeing a lot of purple in this card here in the background, with blue, as in water. Okay, with regular Rider's Waite, you usually see someone that is pouring water from one cup into another while their foot is in the water and one on land. Okay. And so you could be, just kind of testing the waters out with something in particular that's going on in your world. I keep saying something because it's hidden and we need clarifiers. But there could be some Piscean energy around you, could be in your chart. Just an honorable mention, doesn't have to be. But that's what I'm feeling. Okay. So temperance is here, needing to have some form of patience on the change that is to come. Okay. So with that being said, let's see what's at the bottom of the deck for you guys, Sagittarius. And it is Four of Swords. Okay. Four of Swords. You have not earth energy, sorry. You have water energy, fire, and now air energy. Okay. So, Four of Swords here means needing to do some reflecting, reevaluating things, and kind of taking a step back. Okay. Um, Maybe in a sense of just reevaluating stuff. Now, six is usually what comes up in most cases in my readings in regards to taking a step back and reevaluating things. But Four of Swords also kind of permeates that as well. Okay. If you've been doing that a lot lately, it's because your crown chakra is probably highly activated. Okay. Um, Try your best not to do any overthinking. Um, so far, there's no sense of a Nine of Wands, I'm sorry, Nine of Swords energy coming up. So, Four of Swords for right now is here. Just talking about reflection, okay, on things that maybe you said, communications of some sort, okay, and just kind of reevaluating those things. And again, tying to this Seven of Wands, preparing yourself to defend whatever you said in the past, okay? And it could be something really light. I don't think it's like legalities or anything like that. It could just be someone just kind of picking at you about something that you said in the past, and maybe it could just be in regards to kind of justification, but you may feel a little bit taken off guard by it, or just kind of taken off guard and feeling like you have to be really defensive because maybe you got caught saying something that was offensive to someone else. Okay, so that is it's not going to be for everybody. Take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into these clarifiers, Sagittarius. I'm going to do the same thing. One from the top for the Seven of Wands, one from the bottom for the Four of Cups, and then one energetically from the middle. It's a lot of energy. It's like I want to pick so many cards for you guys. I think I'm going to go here, which is totally different from where I was going to go. So you could have multiple energies with Sagittarius in a placement in their birth chart that is very important to them. So you're sharing your energy, sun signs in Sagittarius. Okay. So hope you don't mind. Okay. So that being said, let's go ahead and see what's going on with these clarifiers, Sagittarius. We have Knight of Inspiration, which is the Knight of Wands. Then we have for your past energy, the Emperor. Okay. Then we have for the future energy is the Empress. Okay. So second time this has transpired in a reading where both the Emperor and Empress is in a reading at the same time. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started here with the present energy. Okay. First things first is if I add these two wands cards together, 7 of wands with a Knight of Wands turns into 8. Okay. You're going to feel stuck in some form. That's more so in a sense of maybe getting taken aback, like I said. Okay. In regards to someone coming towards you. Okay. I'm kind of seeing a little bit of energy. 8 of Swords is usually talking about kind of stuck energy or feeling trapped or hands tied. With 8 of Wands, it's some form of communications coming in, okay, or fast movement of some sort. Usually regular writers wait. Almost literally forgot because I haven't seen it in so long. And so that kind of tells me or gives me this feeling of stuck energy, okay? As far as stuck in communications and maybe waiting for movement. This Knight of Wands adding to this 7 of Wands is more so talking about movement coming in the present, okay? And in a sense of you needing to move quickly in regards to this communication, okay, Sagittarius? So it's not something that can be postponed, if you will, okay? This is something that has to be addressed now. Okay, not later, not yesterday, now. Okay, thus this Knight of Inspiration, which is usually a little bit more hasty, not irrational, but just hasty. Page of Wands is really lighter energy. Knight is a little bit more fast paced. Okay, so that is present energy. Okay. Now, could be something public or something that's made public, maybe an audience of some sort, but again, I don't feel like it's legalities attached to it. Okay, let's get into this past energy with this 4 of Cups with the Emperor attached. Okay, so the Emperor is usually someone who is of like, you know, a boss like status. Okay. And so maybe in the past, maybe it was a business that you had, or maybe it was a relationship of some sort, Sagittarius, that you were in the past where maybe you led the relationship. Okay. But were very skeptical about sharing your feelings, okay? Or got a lot of offers in a business sense for a lot of things, and maybe You could have said something about something in particular that just wasn't, you know, in your interest of some sort. Okay. Um, Again, something is very hidden. So I'm not really going to try and dive deep into it because somebody obviously is trying to hide something. Okay. And it could be for business reasons, it could be for legal reasons, but I don't feel that at all. I feel like it's something a little bit more on the emotional side. So it could be a relationship or it could just be a potential business in regards to the past. Okay. And so you kind of held back your feelings about that. And it could deal with maybe a business partnership of some sort. Okay. So let's get into this future energy of this Empress card. Okay. Patience. So it could be someone trying to be patient in the sense of awaiting your um, your insights or your feelings or emotions about them, wanting to be maybe your counterpart. Okay. Someone trying to be very patient with the situation, maybe understanding. Okay. It could have been something in the past that transpired that stopped you from being able to have this with this person, or they, you know, possibly are still waiting in the balance while you are connected with them and you're having to defend a lot of things um, that have not transpired with this person. And so they're waiting for some kind of change, or someone's been promising change, but nothing's transpired. Okay. So someone is awaiting to be that Empress, like I said, that counterpart to you, or you're waiting for something to transpire, you know, vice versa. Okay. Again, not trying to get all up in nobody's business. This is pretty much, I just keep feeling this kind of, you know, hesitation or, you know, withholding of information, if you will. Okay. Because probably because of this Four of Swords that is here. Okay. So let's clarify that Four of Swords, which is Five of Inspiration, with Judgment underneath the Four of Swords. Okay. So you're possibly, you know, passing judgment either on yourself, because Five of Inspiration is Five of Wands, which is internal conflict. We have five people here with about the same amount of mirrors. Okay. It looks like mirrors, but they're actually kind of like portals, if you will, with the sky. While this person is in a desert, they're wearing white, and it's crazy that with one of them, this like portal is like right in the root chakra area. I'm gonna just hold that up just a little bit. Okay. But it's like illuminated in that root chakra. Okay. Um, and so I do feel like there's a conflict of where your passion comes from. Okay. Maybe an attraction to this person is the question, Sagittarius. If it's just lust, or if it's about a passion for what it is you're trying to do. Okay. But there's literally the same amount of these sky portals, like with these mirror framings, if you will. One is like dropped right in front of another person, but they're looking away. It's like they don't want to see through it. And then another one almost looks like they're ready to just fall through a hole that's right in the ground. And so just battling this internal conflict with this Four of Swords. So it's already bad enough you're already in reflection mode. Now you're battling with something, okay? With more Wands energy coming up here. Now, I will say, if I were to take this Five of Wands and add it with this Knight of Inspiration, that would be six, which would mean a victory of some sort. Okay, that there is something to lead towards or have within this situation. Okay, you will be victorious or someone will be victorious in this situation. Thus, the surrender to joy, like I said, that came up, and the chariot that I did see while shuffling in your energy before we started the reading. So, lots of energy going on with you guys, Sagittarius. Usually, I don't get that as much with you guys, but again, this Four of Swords and Five of Inspiration really does speak to your energy right now, which is internal conflicts. Okay, so we're going to get into the Heart Oracle here to get some final decision advice for you guys in this situation. Again, for some of you, it's business. Others of you, it must be a relationship situation. Okay. And if it's relationships, it could be possibly in your third house that you have Sagittarius, or your seventh house. Between those two, if you're not a Sagittarius sun placement, okay? If you're outside of that, then that is possibly why there are conflicts when it comes to the relationship situation, okay? We're going to refer to the bottom of the deck for the final decision, which is believe and succeed, okay? Believe and succeed. Number 6, okay? We have a boat here that's moving forward. We can't see anyone in the boat, but there is a light beaming at the helm of the boat, okay? There's a lot of purple blues. They're on the water. It kind of reminds me of the Six of Swords, of another form of some kind of movement and communication, okay? Believe and succeed. Just believing in what's ahead and moving forward and knowing that there is kind of like that light at the end of the tunnel, okay? Definitely dealing with your thought process again, like I said, your intuition. Crown chakra might be overly activated, all right? If it's overly activated with irrational thinking or negative thoughts, Sanctuary in my Etsy shop would be what I would suggest to you, more so than Remembrance, okay? Now, if you need more help with following your intuition and that's what you're having issues with, then Remembrance would be more so for you, okay? And I would primarily use Remembrance at night, okay? Is more so good for meditation at night. Sanctuary would be good during the day, okay? As you're, going about your day, you're working, things of that nature, and you could be just overthinking or finding yourself kind of drifting off in thought. Sanctuary would be good to put on your temples and possibly at the nape of your neck, to kind of help that particular area from your third eye to your crown chakra and your throat chakra as well. So that way you can speak on what it is, whether it be internally to yourself or externally to someone else, okay? It does have, Sanctuary has lapis lazuli and lotus flowers in it. Remembrance has forget me not and black tea. And so I'll have the link to my Etsy shop in the description box below, so you can go and read the description on that, okay? So let's get into the book. Believe and Succeed is on page 147. Okay. And so you do have lead underneath that, number 4, okay? So it's obviously time for you to, move ahead and be that leader that you are, okay? Thus this Emperor and Empress, okay? If you want to succeed, okay? Your keywords here are confidence, achievement, inspiration, and recognition. Faith is powerful and can bring about amazing results. It's important at this time to believe in yourself and in your aspirations regarding love. Think and act as if all that you desire is inevitable. Your confidence will send a signal to the universe that you are ready to have that perfect relationship with a spouse, partner, parent, sibling, child, or friend. The energies of success are around you. Use them to achieve your dreams. A lighthouse shines its light as a beacon to passing ships to help them navigate the surrounding waters. At this time, you can be a beacon to others. By acting confidently and being victorious, you can inspire your loved ones to reach out for what they desire. Recognize your power to affect people in positive ways. Congratulate yourself for this ability and honor that same ability in others. Okay? Believe and succeed. Okay? So it's all about leadership. Okay? Leading in a positive way with this emperor and this empress. Okay? You do have the ability of doing so. All right? Again, like I said, defending yourself in the sense of what you truly believe in, okay, is what's going to be really important, and driving that home, okay. And you can show someone better than you can tell them, or you can show them more so than you can tell them, okay, if y'all get what I'm saying. Okay. Tell better than you can show, or show better than you can tell, okay. With this Seven of Wands and Knight of Inspiration, okay, and that's what someone is probably wanting from you right now, okay, in the present energy. So let's go ahead and get into your power of surrender, which is your additional message of support. We'll shuffle by 3 and we'll go by the bottom of the deck. Surrender to joy is still showing up, okay. Just a friendly reminder to you guys, Sagittarius, okay. Last card shuffle here. We'll cut by 3s. It's definitely a very beautiful reading in the sense of really just coming to terms with what you want or who you want in your life right now, okay? And surrender to non-action, okay? Surrender to non-action. It says now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you, okay? Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you, okay? So I feel like that kind of touches back on your heart oracle in the sense of saying to be kind of like an example or lead by an example in a way, as far as letting others come to you, okay? And maybe you have the tendency of doing that sometimes, Sagittarius, is waiting around to see if other people are going to react to you, or just come to you without you having to do anything. And again, this present energy kind of picks up on that as well, in the sense of you preparing for someone to come towards you, okay? Because that's, again, I saw the Chariot when I shuffled in your energy beforehand. And so maybe you're determining whether or not if someone is going to come to you or when someone is going to come to you, but it's like you already kind of know intuitively that that's going to happen, okay? Also, I'll say that in that sense, when they do come to you, be there in the sense of, like it said, to just breathe and focus on your own power, okay? Meaning actively listen. Do not try to react while someone is talking to you in the sense of this present energy, okay? Really listen to what someone is asking of you, because that may be something that you didn't do in the past, or maybe you were just too quiet, like this Four of Cups is showing. With this Emperor card, you held some emotions back. And so, you know, again, I feel like there was something that was said in the past. Maybe you've been contemplating on it. It's been bothering you internally. And then eventually, either you're going to be headed to someone or someone's headed to you. Again, there's a lot of mixed energy in here, possibly a lot of placements, other sun signs with placements in Sagittarius in their birth chart. that's mixing in on yours. Okay, so if none of this is resonating for you right now, you may have to go look at your own placement, Sagittarius and Sun Sagittariuses, um, to get a better reading. Okay, however, there is one more reading that we have this coming up in the next few days. So that's all that I have for you guys right now, Sag. But until then, peace.